This news update is brought to you by...
Everybody is moving as one because it's celebrating as one. And that's what you love about the Olympics and sports in general, that it actually galvanizes people.
Sign up for any Flow Essentials bundle from as low as $160 per month and enjoy 3 dedicated channels to watch the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. Plus, get premium access to the Flow Rio 2016 Extra app to watch the games wherever, whenever, on the go. Don't miss the magic with Flow.
This is the Barbados Today afternoon news update for Wednesday, July 27th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. Businessman Mark Maloney is hoping for an out-of-court settlement to the dispute with Town and Country Planning over a controversial structure being erected at his Hard Rock Cement facility in Spring Garden. Town and Country Planning has taken the company to court, accusing it of breaching a stop notice and instructing that no further development occurs at the site. A court recently granted a stay to Rockhard Cement, blocking any further sanctions against it until its own appeal is heard in the High Court later this year. But Maloney told Barbados Today he is hoping for an amicable solution to the row.
We have to work through it, and we'll do so in the interest of everybody, that hopefully at the outcome everybody will benefit, not just one party.
And has that suggestion been put forward to settle outside of court?
I think it has been. I think it's everyone's intention. I don't think it's anyone's intention ever to be in court from the beginning, but things happen and decisions are made, and then and we work towards that.
Health Minister John Boyce is reporting an increase in cardiovascular disease in Barbados. Addressing the opening of the 31st Caribbean Cardiology Conference last night, Boyce said over the past decade this has been the leading cause of illness and death on the island. It also accounts for 30 to 40% of all deaths.
A recent economic study done by the Ministry of Health in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization indicated that annually the government of Barbados, our partners in civil society and the private sector, spend as much as 225 million Barbados dollars on prevention, control, management, and treatment of diabetes and hypertension. The analysis reflected both the direct and indirect costs. According to the Barbados National Registry, annual reports 2009 to 13, hypertension and diabetes are the major intermediate risk factors for coronary artery disease, with over 80% of cases being associated with diabetes and hypertension. The data also indicates that there are on average 3 heart attacks every 2 days in Barbados.
The Canadian firm, which pledged last year to provide much cheaper energy to Barbadians, is telling the country the project is still on the cards. The multi-million-dollar renewable energy facility is yet to get off the ground, and it is now 3 months past the deadline for work to begin. The Chief Financial Officer, Dean Del Mastro, is blaming unnamed frustrations for the delay.
We've certainly been frustrated a bit by process, so it's taken us longer than we expected. And it's been a little bit more costly than we expected. But we are undeterred. We remain committed to the market. And we have continued to go out to other surrounding nations, and we've found success there in finding projects to build and acquiring some contracts. So, I mean, we're very positive on the future. It's just taking us a little longer to get started than we expected, but that's not through any lack of effort. It's just the adjustment in the timing of processes, I think, is something we have to get used to coming from North America. And
there's regional and international news after this short break.
Home sweet home, yo! It's your boy Edwin Segari, 18 not out, 18 not out. ICBL T20, don't miss it. July 28th. I can be there. All kinds of people can be there. You gotta be there. I up first.
Tickets from Kensington Oval, CS Pharmacy, and TicketPal.com. Hosted by the 50th Anniversary Secretariat.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25, $2.20. Who? For what? That's the Bear Stare News. I don't read about that on Barbados Today since last night. That can't only care do. $2.20. Who?
Barbados Today. News you can trust.
We're back now with news from the region. The Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean is forecasting economic contraction for the region this year. ECLAC says economic activity will fall by negative 0.8%. This marks a greater decline than last year's figure of negative 0.5%. In its latest report, the UN body says there is an urgent need for public and private investment to promote the region's economic recovery and meet the challenges imposed by the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Over in Trinidad, fishermen are trying to find out what caused the recent fish kill. The fish vendors at the San Fernando market say they have been seeing a drop in sales since environmentalists said chemicals were responsible for the dead fish washing ashore last week. We get more in this report from TV6 News in Port of Spain.
Empty pockets, tables and containers full of fish. Yet another day of slow sales for the 300-plus fishermen and vendors of the San Fernando fishing market.
And I carry it home because I got read. Because telling people all kind of things. I want to maybe have a lab to test fish to tell people what's going on with fish. What we're going to do with the family. Then there's a whole uproar, right? So that simple little statement that this man come and make on the TV without a frank comment evidence that, hey, this fish really contaminated.
Calling for people to check their information and back it up scientifically before going public, they said consumers simply aren't buying as much fish anymore. They add they are deeply concerned about their financial futures.
There's nothing about no oil spill or no chemical in water or anything. Nothing is wrong with the fish right now. Right now I have a whole bucket of herring that I carry home for my own self to be consumed. Because I know nothing wrong with the fish.
Last week, scores of dead fish washed up in Mosquito Creek and other nearby areas. The fishermen claim the dead fish were dumped, while environmentalist Gary Aboud has suggested that it may have been caused by chemicals used to clean up the Petrotrin oil spill 3 years ago.
Further afield, religious leaders in France are calling for more security at places of worship following the murder of an elderly priest on Tuesday. Representatives of Christian, Muslim, Jewish and Buddhist faiths spoke after meeting with President Hollande. Father Jacques Hamel was killed while conducting morning mass in his church. The killing came 12 days after the attack in Nice, in which 84 people died. Only one of the two attackers has been named. And finally, prosecutors in Baltimore have dropped charges against the last officers facing trial in connection with the death of Freddie Gray. He's the 25-year-old who died while in police custody. The three officers were due to face charges including assault, misconduct in office, and reckless endangerment. That's the news this afternoon. Remember, there's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also tune into Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news. I am Marie Claire Williams. Good afternoon.